Today I'm recording in front of a place called Elk Mountain, and that is because I recently read The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. And if you know, you know. So I figured Elk Mountain is a suitable place near me to film this review. Released in 2017, I want to say, maybe I'm wrong. But it's a horror novel, and it follows the stories of a group of friends, a group of Blackfeet friends, modern day, who are hunters, and they are being haunted by something that happened in their past, maybe something that they potentially did, a hunting expedition kind of gone wrong. And yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this book. Just as far as just overall enjoyment, it was great, very scary. In a lot of places, a lot of horrifying things happen in this book, which is nice when you're reading horror because you want to be scared, you want to be freaked out, I don't know if you want bad things to happen, but bad things do happen. That's kind of the fun of it. And so overall enjoyment was high. It does a good job of kind of blending almost a slasher feel with some psychological horror. But yeah, so what kind of happens is there's the expedition. Something happens during the expedition. I won't spoil that. And years and years and years later, they've all kind of grown older, and their lives are all in different places. Some of them are geographically in different places, no longer on the reservation. And one by one, they seem to be haunted by some sort of presence that may or may not be related to that night. And 1 second, I got to call my dog back. Wesson, where are you going? Sorry, he sees a skunk that's right over there. And I was going to film this on that side of the fence, but then I saw the skunk. And I do not want him getting anywhere close to that thing. So we're just going to let it do its thing. It's just chilling. It's really nice out here. It's a little darker than I wanted it to be when filming this, but we got here and there's a family of beavers in the pond back here and a bunch of geese and the skunk and a lot more activity than I thought. So I just sat here watching them for a while. And now it's dark and I don't know if you can even see my face, but we'll see. Maybe this won't even be usable. But hey, chill out. Wesson, come here. Down. Good boy. Yeah, so this presence is haunting these hunters, and throughout much of the book, it's actually not really clear exactly what this presence is, whether it's even real or not. Could be debated for most of the book for sure, if not all of it, which is kind of where the psychological horror element comes in. Is this a real supernatural presence haunting these guys, or is it perhaps their guilt, or something else driving them to well, yeah, I won't spoil. I'll cut myself off right there. So overall, really well done. The building and the sort of ebb and flow of tension and release is really well done, which is critical for any horror, for sure. And then the themes as well. Very strong themes of generational knowledge and the importance of tradition, and also just the struggles of modern day Native Americans when it comes to maintaining that connection to their past, that connection to their culture, that generational knowledge and tradition. So I really liked that thread throughout the book, and that's also very heavily tied to the antagonistic presence in the novel, and in a very different way, which, again, I won't go into. And then Wesson, come here. You can't go play with the skunk. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. Stay. Sorry. Eventful night. Gorgeous. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I finished talking about generational knowledge. I also like the sort of exploration of our relationship with nature around us, especially as hunters, and not that I'm a hunter, but especially as a species who eats other species and kills other species, right? And sort of challenging the morality of that, not necessarily in like a animal advocacy kind of way, but it does give a very interesting perspective on that conversation. And like I said, especially as hunters, humans have a tendency to maybe want more than they need and take more than they need, not just as a whole, but even as individuals sometimes. And so that is definitely looked at under a lot of scrutiny in this. It's really dark. But yeah, great book, great themes, also great humor, which I think is critical in a horror book or movie. Not that it has to be funny all the way through, but there has to be some levity, some light moments, some chuckles and stuff to really bring out the darkness and the terror even more when that comes. And the characters are very lovable in this book. They're all kind of failures in different ways. Their lives didn't pan out exactly as they hoped, at least for the most part anyway. Whether that's failures in love and relationships, or failures in their careers, stuff like that. And so they're kind of humorously compared to other characters in the book sometimes, but also tragically so. You definitely get a lot. You definitely get very attached to them as well. Flaws and all. So, yeah. Only Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones. Highly recommend if you want to read something scary. It's also super short, and very much a page turner, very quick read. I could hardly put it down. So, yeah, strong recommendation from me. So yeah, if you liked this long, rambly, frequently interrupted review, please hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. And if you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you next time.